save T'Challa. We need a recast, chat would agree, and I truly believe that. Stories untold, I pray that we get to unfold. Don't kill him, we don't need to see that. A black man is king, I think that is crucial. If not for the grown-ups, the kids should move you. Representation, let it multiply. Stop telling the stories how legacies die. We can explore the world of Wakanda by addition and not replacement. 1.3 billion, how was that? And I'm making a statement. Being pigeonholed to a role like there could be only one is deflating. Man, it's a mindset that ain't died yet, cause the lack of seeing our faces. Sure, we can be the queen of the nation. Women should feast, we want elevation. Now, wouldn't it be dope if they rose up together without doing something as cold as erasing them? We got respect for Ryan and Nate. They doing their best, they stuck in the middle, but I hope they think about what is at stake. Don't rush it, but please let the saga continue. Doubling down on Black Death is a trope we no longer want to handle. Wakanda forever, T'Challa forever. It's never been about the man, so what is we saying? This ain't about Phantom and getting my way. It's all for the love, it's not for the hate. No matter what people are trying to say, we cast T'Challa. We cast T'Challa.
Woo! What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing today? It is Friday. And y'all know what that means. That means we about to have us a good old time today. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I am so happy to be here with y'all tonight so that we can have some fun with some of the news that is going on during the week. We do have a lot of stuff to talk about. Looks like it's going to be primarily DC news because DC has had a whole bunch of some good stuff, some bad stuff. But, you know, hey, this is their week, so we about to talk about them. Let's see. What do I have housekeeping notes? I think I do. Just a little heads up. So if you were here for the last live when we were talking about She-Hulk yesterday, I was throwing out the idea of we definitely going to be covering what is it called? House of the Dragon. Listen, House of the Dragon, House of Dragons, Dem Dragons, whatever. We gonna cover it. It's all the same to me. But it was my bad. Last week I had another project that I was working on. You know, if y'all want to send some prayers, some good thoughts, send it my way. So hopefully, what was done actually gets a green light and sees the light of day, because sometimes, you know, you get the call to do certain things and maybe, you know, it just never happens, right? But, you know, we're going to put it out there that hopefully it does, and I'll be able to share it with you all if it does. But we are going to cover House of the Dragon. You know, and just a heads up, I am not a Game of Thrones expert. I've watched the whole series, and but I have not read the books or anything like that. So if you in here trying to find like in-depth knowledge about it, this ain't the place. I'm just gonna give you my raw, unfiltered commentary as usual, just like hopefully, you know, some of you would also have with like any of your friends that are watching the show. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna schedule that for Monday nights. So that way we're gonna watch it on Sunday, have some time to marinate, because you know, usually they got a bunch of stuff going on. And then after Sunday night, you know, on Monday night, we'll meet up and we'll talk about the episode at that point. So that is the general plan for now. I do believe that we're going to have some more stuff coming up. What is it? The Rings of Power is coming up. Was there another show? Andor is coming up as well. I got to do some more traveling. Yo, it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy. So please bear with me. I'm going to try to do as many lives as I can do possible. If y'all see me hooked on the caffeine and just have a cup of coffee at 7 o'clock at night, listen, maybe that's just what I'm going to have to do, but we going to make it work. Okay. So one other thing. So I tried to like skim down some of the topics so that way we don't have like 50 different things to talk about, having us here for like 4 hours. So shout out to the replay gang. We are not going to have a 3-hour live. Okay. We're not having a 3-hour live.
Why the f you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop f***ing lying.
Why you put? We're not gonna have a 3-hour live. Period. Okay, we just not. We about to do some things. Okay, we gonna be professional and we gonna get through this. But first, of course, I gotta say what's up to everybody who's made it in. Let's go through the roll call real quick. Kimmy J is here. What is going on? How you doing, Ms. Harper? Always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. Let's see. Come on now. We got Marcy X in the building. Thank you so much, Marcy. Listen, them after darks, they be taking it out of me. Like, I don't know. Like, it'd be like 9-10 o'clock. I'd be like, what's up? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, when you get on the wrong side of 30, it's getting tough. Thank you so much, Marcy. I appreciate you being here. Rims, another top vet, top supporter, top mod squad in the building. Y'all make sure to get them likes up. Thank you so much for being here and all the work that y'all do in the mod squad. Callow, hello. Thank you so much for making it. Cynthia, hello, ma'am. The talented one is here. What's going on? Shauna, I see you. Thank you so much for making it. Johnny Washington, what's going on, sir? Minister Crush, what's going on, brother? Who else we got? My man Treble Clef is in the building. Good to see you. Kano, good to see you. Thank you so much. Out of replay purgatory, all good. Let's see. My man Angel Gonzalez, what's going on, bro? I know you've been working hard, bro. Hey, man, do what you got to do and throw brother some of them tickets. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing with you. No, anyway, okay. But anyway, go ahead and do your thing, bro. I appreciate you. Deborah Rodriguez is here. Thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate you. Who else did I see? Paul is here. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm glad that you're here. I have not watched that Mike Tyson show. I don't know if I will either. Let's see. Jason Rodriguez is here. Thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate you making it out tonight. Pamela's here as well. Hello, ma'am. My man Derek Gaines is here. What's going on, brother? Good to see you as always. My man D Steels is here as well. What's up? For my peoples, hello. Let's see. Tyra K is back. Good to see you too. Donna, hello. Good to see you. Samantha, hello. What's up? Rhonda, hello. How are you? Screaming Monkey, good to see you. My man Gray is back. Good to see you. Metreon, hello. Ikuri, hello. Who else did I see? Alib, hello. I hope you enjoyed your trip from Philly. All right now. That's another top vet, top mod squad right there, all the way from the far east. Maha-san, thank you so much for making it out. And shout out to everybody that has made it out tonight. I really appreciate you. We are definitely about to get through some of these topics, but first, let's get to some of our. Oh my gosh, we got some great contributions here. Deborah, thank you so much. You've been such a steady contributor to the channel. I just want to say thank you for your support. For real. Like, you really do go above and beyond, and it's super appreciated. Hey, E-Man and E-Fam, happy Friday, and let's get the party started. Here's a little something for Kobe's parole violation. Puppet prison is rough. Get it? Rough. Recast the child. Thank you so much for that, Deborah. You know, it's real funny. I kind of make fun of Kobe because he doesn't even bark like a real dog. You know, like, real dog. You know, something that comes from the chest. You know, you know, that's how real dogs bark. Kobe be out there like, rip. I'm like, what? I ain't never heard a dog rip. How you RIP in your bark? You just rip. And then he try and get bold with it. Rip. Bro, you ain't scaring nobody when you talk about some rip. Anyway, thank you so much for that, Deborah. I appreciate you. Let's see. Dancing Dog. The E-Fam is the best, smartest, and most welcoming community on this platform. Y'all make my Friday nights recast the child. Thank you so much for that, Dancing Dog. And that is 110% scientific facts. This is by far the best community on YouTube. I've been to a couple other live streams and seen some other. I'm like, look, man, y'all ain't got nothing on the E-Fam. I'm just saying, like, we got things held down over here. So yes, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. My man Derek Gaines, celebrity death match to end the beef. What beef? Is that what me and Brandon? Man, listen. I think Brandon knows martial arts. I ain't trying to get no beef with Brandon, man. That's just my opinion reviews. I don't want no beef with nobody, man. Listen. I don't fight. Okay, I don't fight. I just bust out Lucille. That's all. Listen, I'm just saying, I ain't from the streets like that. Okay, I just bust out Lucille, and that's the end of that conversation. Okay, but anyway, thank you so much, Derek. And no, that is not a threat to nobody. I'm just saying. Let's see, Kato, what you got? That's how you start a live. Start every live just like that. Recast T'Challa. Thank you so much for that, Kano. Appreciate you. Hey, it's a nice little song, a little two-step, Rim 17, come through with it. I am not ashamed to beg for another quick replay of that Recast T'Challa anthem. That was an awesome interest, fam. E-fam, hit the likes if you agree. Recast T'Challa, save T'Challa. I tell you what, if we can get, let's see, if we can get 250, let's get 250 people in here, and we will take a Recast T'Challa break and replay that for you. So we looking for 250, and we in there. So go tell your mama, go tell your uncle, go tell your brother, tell somebody to tune in. Tell them to tune in so we can get oh dang. Second I said that, it jumped to 183. Oh, okay. All right, that's maybe I should have said 300. Okay, whatever. 250. When 250 hits, we about to hit it. And I know people gonna come in a little later, but Rims, I got you one way or another. I'm gonna play it either way. It don't really matter. I'm gonna play it. All right. Thank you so much for that. Hold on. What else we got? Shout out to all of y'all joining in just now. Puma Lee, it's Freaky Friday and the games have begun. Breaking is in theaters today, and the love will be there for Recast T'Challa. Kobe might be cast as Scrappy Doo mantles. Don't mean a thing. It's characters. Facts on facts on facts. Thank you so much for that, Puma. I appreciate you for that. I'm sure Kobe would absolutely love to get that role. All right, so while it's already at 190. Okay, we about to climb. We getting there. All right, so let's start off. Where are we gonna start off? All right, we got some rapid fire things that we really finna go through. Umbrella Academy. I don't know if y'all have been watching it or not. It is based on some comics, and it's a very interesting show, right? Umbrella Academy, if you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. I believe they're on season 3 right now. Pretty decent acting, pretty cool stories. It's very sci-fi-ish, so given what it does. But I like it, right? I like it. It's not on the level of Stranger Things. It's not on the level of The Boys, but in my opinion, Umbrella Academy is like that perfect transitional show, right? Like if you just came from Stranger Things and you like, man, that was a great high, and you waiting for The Boys, you watch Umbrella Academy in between to kind of carry you over, right? So that's the way I kind of treat the show. But overall, I do like it. And like I said, it's been 3 seasons going in. Really dynamic storytelling and what they try to do with certain things. So yes, I absolutely love it. And I would say I would recommend watching it if you haven't seen it at all yet. I would also recommend probably binging it as best you can, just because some of the concepts get a little heavy. I ain't gonna spoil what it is, but like it could get a little deep, and you don't want to get lost. You don't want to get too lost, So anyway, I would recommend it. But unfortunately, it looks like time is moving real fast because the latest update is Umbrella Academy is about to end with season 4 on Netflix. So the series has been renewed for a 4th season, but it is also going to be the final season. And I believe the showrunner said that they are going to adapt Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know anything about that. I think it's a video game, whatever it is. But if you are an Umbrella Academy fan, I guess this is somewhat kind of sort of sad news. I just hope. I mean, even though I've said before, I'm not always opposed to when you want to close out a season or a series, because that to me at least tells me that you're going to have a definitive ending and you're going to have some sort of closure. At least that's the hope. I hope that when you guys have this final season, you're gonna tell everything. You're not gonna leave us hanging. Ain't gonna be no cliffhangers. You just gonna tell a good story and you're gonna wrap everything up one way or another. So that's the only thing I can hope for with this. But at the same time, I don't really know where else they could go with this without it being more repetitive. Because they, if you haven't watched it, as you watch, there is a certain theme that keeps repeating with the Umbrella Company. And it's always the same theme over and over again, right? Every season they have to deal with this one big thing. So I'm actually very okay if they find a way to kind of stop all that and they wrap up all the mysteries and answer all the questions and stuff. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. How do you feel about Umbrella Academy coming to an end? Are you sad about it? Are you happy about it? Like, let me know how you feel about it. All right, let's move on. Let's see, what else do we? Oh, wait. I think. Oh wait, no. Okay, I got another topic here. Woo. Okay, so I'm gonna try and keep. I'm gonna try. So that I think that was probably the worst news for tonight. I think. So now we about to get into some good news. Y'all remember Halloween? Michael Myers Halloween, right? So Michael Myers Halloween, unfortunately, when they did their little reboot, remake, or whatever, it was actually decent. I actually liked the first. What was that? The first one, I think. The second one, I don't know. Whatever it was. So whatever it was the one where they left Michael Myers in the house that was on fire. That one, I was kind of like, okay, this is decent. What I didn't like about it was the fact that for the sake of the franchise, they had already announced that they were going to do like 4 other movies. And I'm like, well, if you just going to announce that you're going to do 4 other movies, then obviously I know Michael Myers is going to survive that first movie. That's stupid. Like, why would you, it's almost like a spoiler, right? Anyway, they showed the next movie. I think it's the next one. I'm losing track, so forgive me. But whatever the last one was, trash. Oh my gosh. That last Halloween movie where like Michael Myers was pretty much John Wick against the whole town and he was just beating everybody up and all that. Trash. They could have saved that movie. That movie should have never came out. That movie should have never seen the light of day. I don't know what they were drinking to say, hey, we got a hit with this one and let's keep going. That movie was trash. Oh my God. So yes, the moment they released that, I was like, y'all went from a decent theatrical film to some like Tubi level horror trash. What the hell was that? Anyway, now because of that, we have a new update for Halloween Ends. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that this is actually the last one. I think they still gonna do another one even after that. If I'm not, I don't know. Whatever. They be lying with all this. Halloween kills. Halloween's over. Halloween, whatever. We got some good news with this one. At least some good news. The Halloween Ends is still coming out, but there is some good news. And that is that Halloween Ends is going to debut simultaneously in theaters and on Peacock, aka their streaming platform. And what do you think that means for all of us? That means I ain't got to spend no time or money in the theaters. I'm going to sit my black butt right at home and watch that on the screen. And the second I get a whiff, just of trash, click, gone. To the next one. Boop, boop. Goodbye. I don't have to waste no gas. I ain't got to waste no parking tickets. I ain't got to waste no theater tickets. No, I ain't going to watch this in the theaters at all. You know why? Because y'all lost my trust. With Halloween Kills, y'all lost all my trust. I ain't never giving y'all no money no more ever again in life. Not even for the free screeners. When they send me free screeners and they say, hey, come to the theater and watch it for free. You mean I got to burn gas for that? I got to go park for that? You know how much parking is in Chicago for this? No. We're gonna run that on Peacock. And again, you give me 5 minutes of track, I'm done. So yes, that to me is good news that we don't have to deal with this in theaters and be forced to go see if maybe kind of sort of woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, it's okay or not. We ain't got to deal with that. It's on Peacock. Bad writing, gone. Bad directing, off. Not playing with y'all. I'm sick of this. Golly, y'all take a great horror series. You pump people up. You got Jamie Lee Curtis coming back, and all this stuff. Wasting people's time. So sick of this. Anyway, we done with this. Y'all going okay? Do y'all want to see Halloween Ends on streaming, or would you actually go pay to see it in the theaters? Some of y'all might be horror fans. I don't know. It ain't gonna be me. You ain't gonna find me in them theaters at all. I know that, but not for this. Not for this. But hey, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I ain't no judgment here. But anyway, y'all let me know how you feel about that. Let's see. Oh man, we climbing. We 236. We climbing. Okay, now. Let's see. I got one comment here. Man, Puma, what you got? My lady is in Virginia and caught PS5 bundle with the Horizon game for me. Yes, the love is real. She heavy into Halloween and horror movies too. First of all, that's great. I'm glad that you got time for games. I wish I did. My PS4 is still collecting dust after I think the last game I played was Spider-Man, and that's it. I don't know. Oh man, but yeah, hey, there's nothing but love when your partner can get you the games that you like that are actually relevant. Oh man, that's a beautiful thing. So congrats to you, Puma Lee, on that. All right, let's see. I told y'all we got some even better news coming up. Yeah, I don't know if y'all recall, but Netflix went ahead and did a Resident Evil series, right? Now, here's the thing. I've been a fan of Resident Evil for a long time. Now, I've also said very openly, I ain't never gonna play the games. Y'all can't. No. I'm not gonna play them games. My heart's not built like that. I watch any and all scary movies, but video game, my brain and my heart, it just don't work. Like, it's not happening. But I will watch all the movies. I have watched every bit of content that has had Resident Evil on its name. I'm talking about from the blockbuster theater movies to the things that you got to go to the deep, dark web to find and not even available to stream somewhere. Like, I've seen the worst of the worst, okay? So because of that, unfortunately, I am very invested in the Resident Evil series. The sad thing is, the last two good movies that they had were the first two, Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. Everything else, downhill. Even the remake that they just came out with like a year or two ago, not all that good. So I know that the games are definitely better, and that's cool. I believe y'all on that. But when Netflix came out with this series, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is actually going to be a promising sign. Maybe this is actually going to be something of quality, right? Wrong. That whole series was trash. The acting, trash. The directing, trash. Everything was trash, except, because I'm going to be a little unbiased here. The one thing that was actually cool was they actually added a couple things in the stories just to give you something new, just to give you a little something new. But it was like wasted stories, wasted creative genius in a pool of like garbage. It was a waste. It was a waste. So I would not recommend that you go watch the Netflix Resident Evil series. I mean, if you just have time to waste, okay, but you would not get a recommendation from me. Now, with all that said, I told you there was some good news, right? This series was so terrible, Netflix went ahead and just canceled it. Yes! 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 Oh, it's done. It's done. Woo! You know, a lot of times shows be getting canceled and you be feeling bad about it because you're like, oh man, Like, I just got into it. It actually was good. It has some potential. Not this one. No, this was good. Yo, out of all the times Netflix be canceling something, this was it. Y'all hit it right. Bye. Done. Woo, man. Gone. There ain't no story. Ain't nothing even to read about it. Just terrible. It's bad. It's ugly. It's trash. And it's gone. Woo. Thank you. Somebody at Netflix knew the assignment and completed it. Woo, man. Thank you. Anywho, how do y'all feel about Resident Evil? Have you seen the series, for one? And if you have seen the series, what did you think about it? And how do you feel about this news about it being canceled after just one season? Because, it sucked. Anywho, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, let's get these comments here. The real Big Sean, sorry I'm late to the party. Had to put the baby to sleep. Please tell me you saw Primal on HBO Max. Yes, thank you so much for that, Sean. Sean, were you the one that initially recommended it to me? I'm not. If you were, or if somebody else did it, either way, I appreciate both of y'all for it. I will say that I am currently watching Primal. I think I'm only on episode 3 of season 1. So far, so good. So I'm not mad at it. I like listen, they doing a lot of stuff without even talking. So that to me is already impressive. So yes, Primal on HBO Max is on my radar. I am watching it right now. I like where they're going with it. I'm very curious to see where it goes. I just got done watching the episode with the woolly mammoths. Woo, them mammoths don't play. Woo, them mammoths were a problem. They were a whole problem. So yes, I am on it, but thank you so much for that recommendation. And anybody else who did recommend it to me, I appreciate y'all as well. Kano, what you got? Umbrella Academy is good. Better to end it before you jump the shark. Halloween 11-teen, super good on that. Yes, thank you for that. I don't listen. Just kill them. Like, I'm getting frustrated. I don't want to get frustrated because Michael Myers gets on my nerves in the first place. Like, I've never understood Michael Myers. I've hated the franchise in terms of how they jump from like different movies, different continuities. You don't know what counts, what doesn't count. This jumpstart this. Nah, these don't count no more. And it's stupid. It is stupid. You got a classic horror villain and y'all don't know what y'all doing. The one time y'all thought, see, y'all, bring it back. All right. Almost got into it. I don't like it. Don't like it. But thank you so much for that, Kano. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we hit 250, so y'all know what that means. Let me get this banner out the way so we can enjoy this real quick. Back by popular demand. Feel like a DJ right now. Let's spin it.
Say T'Challa, we need a recast. Chat would agree, and I truly believe that. Stories untold, I pray that we get to unfold. Don't kill them, we don't need to see that. A black man is king, I think that is crucial. If not for the grown-ups, the kids should move you. Representation, let it multiply. Stop telling the stories, how legacies die. We can explore the world of Wakanda by addition and not replacement. 1.3 billion, how was that? And I'm making a statement. Being pigeonholed to a role like there could be only one is deflating. Man, it's a mindset that ain't died yet, cause the lack of seeing our faces. Sure, we can be the queen of the nation. Women should feast, we want elevation. Now wouldn't it be dope if they rose up together without doing something as cold as erasing them? We got respect for Ryan and Nate. They doing their best, they stuck in the middle, but I hope they think about what is at stake. Don't rush it, but please let the saga continue. Doubling down on Black Death is a trope we no longer want to handle. Wakanda forever, T'Challa forever. It's never been about the mantle. What is we saying? This ain't about Phantom and getting my way. It's all for the love, it's not for the hate. No matter what people are trying to say, we cast T'Challa. We cast T'Challa.
Wakanda forever, T'Challa forever. It's never been about the mantle. What are we saying? Woo-wee! Shout out to Chief Wakil for that fire, that dope fire that he done laid on all of us with that fantastic rendition of the official recast T'Challa anthem. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate y'all for taking that moment to listen in on that as well. Now back to the program. We got some more good news. Now, I don't know if y'all have heard of this show on Amazon Prime Video, but it is called The Boys, and it is one of the best shows on television to date. The Boys on Amazon is fantastic. The last season did a great job of casting Jensen Ackles. In case you recall, he came from the Supernatural TV show. Great TV show as well. Because I don't know if you know, but like the showrunner that was on Supernatural, he's the one that's now in charge of The Boys. So this is why you kind of get like all the, they even had the uncle on there. He's like a senator on The Boys, and you bring in Jensen Ackles to be Soldier Boy. So that is like really cool. But like, just when you sit here thinking like, how could The Boys get any better? Like y'all got like some of the best stories, the best action. Y'all doing the thing. How could y'all get better? Let me tell you how. You go ahead and bring in Jeffrey Dean Morgan. What? You gonna bring in Daddy Westchester? You gonna bring in Negan? What? Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Yo, let me tell you something. That's it. Yeah, I don't care what role y'all about to give him. He could be a superhero. He could be a politician. He could be a random extra. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he don't miss. This man is fire in everything that he's in. Okay, when he want to be Negan and he hit you with that little lean, like he hit you with that little Negan lean, like listen, he was one of the best parts in Supernatural as Daddy Westchester. Come on now. So we don't know. And he was great as the comedian in Watchmen as well. Yes. Oh my gosh. So yes, I am all in on this. This is fantastic news. This is great news. We don't know what role he's going to take on. I don't even care. It don't matter. You can't miss with him. You cannot miss. So yes, this is great news that he's going to be on there. And I think that is just going to make The Boys even better. And I didn't even think they could get better, but apparently they about to prove us all wrong. So anyway, how do you feel about Jeffrey Dean Morgan coming in as the mystery role in The Boys? Does this make you more excited for the upcoming season? Let me know your thoughts down below. All right. I had a comment. Let's see. Oh, where is it? Puma, what you got? I want to see Cast 2 on The Boys. Hey, that's fine. I'll take them too. I'll take them all. Go ahead and throw them all in there. That's fine. If they want to put Cassiel in there, that's cool too. That is cool too. Thank you so much for that, Puma. I appreciate you. We gonna keep this good news going. I feel good about that. Okay, come through, string of good news. Let's go. Listen, we got a Dem Dragons update. Okay, now I already told y'all House of Dragons. This is gonna be like so far. We haven't talked about the first episode, but so far, in my opinion, this show's off to a bang. It is no pun intended. It is fire, pun intended. This show is doing exactly what I hoped that Game of Thrones would have done towards the end, in terms of like it's picking up right where Game of Thrones should have left off. And I am very, very excited for this. And I think that this is going to be a phenomenal show. We only got one episode in. I cannot wait until the second episode that's coming out this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so 8 Central. Listen, this show, when it first came out, that first episode last week, it crashed HBO Max. It crashed the servers, man. It was done. It was like, yo, overload, can't take this, sir. So the ratings are through the roof. The demand is out there. So because of this, I mean, this is almost like a polar opposite of Resident Evil. You ain't had nobody watching this. The show was trash and it was nasty and you got canceled. Where meanwhile, you got them dragons out here blowing up your servers. People are saying this is the #1 show. So what else can you do but renew it? That's right. With only one episode in, House of the Dragon is renewed for season 2 at HBO Max, and that is a fact. That's it. That's all it took. Good job, HBO. Good job, Warner. You saw a good product. You saw that this was doing the thing, and you went ahead and rewarded it. That's all I need to see. Get working. Get working on season 2 right now, because with the pace that y'all going at right now, it looked like y'all got it together. It looked like you got it together. Now, I just need y'all not to screw it up like Game of Thrones did. If you don't screw up the way Game of Thrones did last time, don't blow this 3-1 lead. Don't do it. Okay? Y'all up right now. Y'all are up right now. Keep it going. Keep it going. Woo, man. I am very, very happy to hear this because I think that this is absolutely going to keep the pressure on the studio to make sure that this is quality. Because if you lose us the way that you lost us in the last season of Game of Thrones, if y'all do that jacked up mess again, you're going to have some problems. Because I think a lot of people had trust issues going in. I think a lot of people was like, man, I don't know. That last season, I don't know. But then when you came to this first episode, you was like, okay, I can mess with this. Okay. You know, they out here wilding out just like they wild out in Westeros, right? So, hey, we back at it. So I am so glad that is happening for sure. But y'all let me know, how do you feel about them dragons coming back with a second season, and we ain't even got the second episode yet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's see, my man Derek, what you got? When is the boys' new season? I don't know. It's got to be next year. I would assume sometime in 2023, at the latest 2024. Because if I'm not mistaken, they already started working on it a while ago. So, and they know that they got fire material. So, you know, I think sometime next year, but that's just a guess. Don't quote me on that. Let's see. All right, let's move on. What else we got? Oh, come on now. Let's go. We got some more. We got some fun news. I like this. So we have the Sandman. Now, I've told y'all this last time. The Sandman is one of the best visually adapted shows I've seen from a graphic novel to TV. Like, outside of, you know, the Lord of the Rings trilogy and all that, that was probably a really good one to say, hey, the books did this and you put this right on screen. The Sandman is right there with that. You know, the Sandman took all the visual concepts straight from the comics, and they found the perfect way to put it on screen. I mean, when they say you in a dream, it looks like a dream, right? Like they nailed it. So again, if you have not watched The Sandman on Netflix, I strongly suggest that you go watch that. It is absolutely fantastic. I love it. And I would also recommend reading the comic or the graphic novel. Like, it's also pretty good. But like, if you like things like American Gods, if you like the writing, you know, the like kind of the anthropomorphic, the personifications of you know, of death, of desire, of, you know, all these, if you like those type of things, that fantasy, that sci-fi, then the Sandman is definitely for you. For me, I'm just sitting here like, yo, this is dope, especially with my, you know, seminary training and stuff and world religions and all that. So like all this stuff, I'm just soaking it up. Like I'm having a whole field day with this. But what I will say is that I actually started, I always knew about the writer, the creator, Neil Gaiman, right? I always knew about him, but I never really followed him. I never really checked for him like that. But recently, my man has been going off on Twitter. Like, he has just been saying things left and right, just dropping these nice little, like, he's actually a pretty cool person to follow, right? So apparently, Sandman was like #1. It was doing crazy numbers on Netflix, right? But it can, you know, and you would assume that if something is doing, if something is sitting at #1 for a long time on your on Netflix, if it's getting a lot of attention, if it's getting a lot of hype, you would think, as we just saw with the last you know, them dragons, you would think renew, right? But apparently that's not necessarily the case. It's according to Gaiman, even though the show has some of the highest numbers, it's still not a guarantee for Netflix to pick it up and to keep it going. Why? Because according to Gaiman, the show is too expensive. Remember, I told you visually this thing is amazing, but because it's so expensive, Netflix needs a way to find they got to justify it, right? So, with that said, a fan had asked Neil Gaiman, like, yo, like, if Netflix doesn't pick it up, then what? Well, Gaiman actually had some good news about this. And he says that they can bring the Sandman to other streaming platforms if Netflix doesn't produce season 2. So that's actually pretty good. Here's the exchange. The fan says, Neil, it's more than lived up to expectations. Thank you. With all that talk of it being top stream show over the past 2+ weeks, I don't understand why season 2 is even in question. And he says, because Sandman is a really expensive show, and for Netflix to release the money to let us make another season, we have to perform incredibly well. So yes, we've been the top show in the world for the last 2 weeks, but that still might not be enough. That is wild to me. But here's where the hope comes in. Someone says, in case they continue, can you bring it to somewhere like Prime, Apple TV, Disney Plus, whatever? And he said yes. He said yes. Man. Let me just say that I really like the fact that that's even an option. Because I don't really care if it's on Netflix or Amazon or HBO. I'm going to follow the Sandman wherever and watch that show. So I don't really care where it's at. So I'm happy for the Sandman. I'm not going to lie, this did make me a little bit sad that this option, because I was always under the impression that, a streaming platform just owned the IP rights to an original series or whatever. I just thought that, okay, if this is theirs, that's theirs. I just wish they could do this with Lovecraft Country. I'm not going to lie. This got me in my feels because I was like, damn, man. Why can't this option be the same for Lovecraft Country? Why can't somebody else take that off their hands? Why can't Netflix take that away from HBO? Why can't Amazon go pay for that? I just want Lovecraft Country back. That's all. I just want it back. Please. Anybody. What do we need to do? What needs to happen? So talk about wasted potential. But anyway, I am happy for the Sandman that it at least has options. And whoever picks this up, whatever studio, you gonna get the eyeballs. You gonna get the money. You gonna get the subscriptions. So go ahead. I mean, if this thing did so well on Netflix, why wouldn't it do better somewhere else? So yes, I hope that they actually, I hope Netflix renews it. But if they don't, oh well. I'm just glad it can keep on going and not be stuck in purgatory the way that Lovecraft Country is right now. Ooh, HBO, I will never forget that. Ooh, irked me so bad with that. Anyway, how do you feel about this news with the Sandman at least having some hope about the fact that it can continue to survive? But wait, I have to also share this other story because, like I told y'all, Neil Gaiman is hilarious and he is such a great follow, right? So I got to give y'all some background on this too. First of all, let me say what happened. So the Sandman originally was pitched. The Sandman really should have been in production a long time ago. This movie has been kind of in production hell for a while. And because it's been in production hell, it took a long time, obviously a lot of money for it to finally see the light of day, right? But apparently it also depended on the people that were attached to the program, right? Or to the project. And one of those people is a man named John Peters. I'm going to give you John Peters' background in a second, but I want you to know what Neil Gaiman did with John Peters. And John Peters is a producer. So Neil Gaiman says that he sabotaged John Peters' Sandman movie by leaking a really stupid script. So here's the thing. John Peters, this producer, was about to go ahead and make a movie for Sandman. This is what he wanted to do, right? And I think, especially if you've watched the Netflix series, I think that it's pretty safe to say that Sandman is a much better product as a TV series. It works a lot better that way, right? And in this movie, this was supposed to have Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was supposed to be the Sandman, right? In this movie. But Neil Gaiman purposely took the script and leaked it so that way it would just be sabotaged. But I want y'all to like actually read what happened. And I'm gonna give, let me see. Should I? No. Let me give you the background on John Peters real quick. Just real quick. John Peters is a producer who it wouldn't even do me justice to tell you about him. The better thing to do, and I strongly recommend this. I believe this is also on Netflix. Not Netflix. It's on YouTube for free. I need you all to go look up this documentary. It's The Death of Superman Lives. What happened? This documentary, in case y'all recall, this was about the Nicolas Cage Superman movie that never saw the light of day. Yes, you've probably seen this, picture somewhere in Nicolas Cage in this terrible Superman suit, and it's atrocious. I totally agree that it is terrible looking. It is very bad. But I need you to go watch this documentary. Again, I believe the full documentary is on YouTube. I believe it is free. You could just watch it. But even if you can't, even if it's like $2-3 to rent, please go rent this. The basic gist for this documentary is this guy, John Peters, this producer. I'm not going to give it away because some of the stuff in this story is so wild, you're just not going to believe it. By some crazy way, this guy found a way. I'm not going to tell you how. He found a way to get the rights to Superman. Okay? He found a way to get the rights to the Superman movie. So after Christopher Reeves and all that stuff, this man found a way to get the movie rights away from them. So because he owned the movie rights to Superman, nobody could do a Superman movie without his say so. And yes, thank you for that. This was directed by John. Yes, rest in peace to him. He was the director of this documentary. But John Peters found a way to get the rights to Superman so nobody else can make a Superman movie without him, right? And because of this, he wanted to get Kevin Smith, y'all remember Kevin Smith, and Tim Burton to come together to make a Superman movie. And he wanted Nick Cage, right? So I'm going to leave the story right there. But you have to listen to the stories from Kevin Smith and Tim Burton and everybody else and how crazy this dude, John Peters, was. I'll give you another hint. In the movie, because again, couldn't nobody do nothing without John Peters say so, Kevin Smith would write up a script and be like, yo, this is going to be a dope Superman movie. Here you go. Here's the script. John Peters would be like, nope. I want a big old giant spider in there. Yup, I want a big old giant metal spider. And Kevin Smith was like, what? Like what? And that was just one of the many terrible things that this guy had an idea for, right? Fast forward, John Peters is also the producer of Wild Wild West. And if you recall, Wild Wild West was one of the worst movies that Will Smith had ever been a part of. And if you have seen Wild Wild West, please recall the fact that what did they have in the movie? A giant robotic spider. That's John Peters for you. He's like bizarro Kevin Feige. Whatever Kevin Feige is, how great he is, John Peters is the complete opposite of that. Okay, whatever it is. Now that you have that background story, and again, please go watch that documentary because that documentary is still hilarious. The documentary has got so many good stories, wild stories, and I guarantee even the ending, even if you looked at this and was like, wow, this is whack, this is crazy. When you get done with this documentary, you might have a different change of mind. You might think differently. You might. Anyway. So John Peters was attached to the Sandman as a movie, right? So again, now that you heard all that background information, you could kind of see where Neil Gaiman is coming from, where he was like, nah, man, like I had to sabotage this thing because the script was really stupid. I want you to listen to how this went. So a guy in John Peters' office phoned me up. This is Neil talking. He said, a guy in John Peters' office phoned me up and he said, so Neil, have you had a chance to read the script we sent you? And I said, well, yes, I did. I haven't read all of it, but I've read enough. He says, so pretty good, huh? And I said, well, no, it really isn't. He said, oh, come on. There must have been some stuff in there that you loved. I said, there was nothing in there I loved. There was nothing in there I liked. It was the worst script that I've ever read by anybody. It's not just the worst Sandman script. That was the worst script I've ever been sent. Wow. So again, we're going to go through, if you've seen any of this, if you've seen the Sandman, just listen to some of this. Gaiman went on to say, I'm not sure if it would have been an action movie or quite what it would have been. It was a mess. It never got better than a mess. He goes on to talk about how it's really stupid and the ideas Peters had. And Gaiman said, it had a giant mechanical spiders. This man was going to put giant mechanical spiders in Sandman. He was going to put giant mechanical spiders in Superman. He put a giant mechanical spider in Wild Wild West. This dude is weird. He is weird. He is weird. What else did Gaiman say? Lucifer, Morpheus, aka Dream, and the Corinthian were identical triplets. They were a family of identical brothers, and it was all a race to see who could get the ruby, the helm, and the bag of sand before midnight on 1999, before the new millennium started, because whoever got it would be the winner. That was the plot. Didn't I tell you John Peters was bizarro Kevin Feige? Didn't I tell you that? This man said it didn't get better than a mess. Like, you couldn't upgrade to recyclable. You couldn't even get to recyclable. It was just a mess. That's it. Anyway, I told y'all, go watch this documentary. The documentary has some of the, like, I thought this dude was crazy. Like, because they actually interview him in the documentary. He's in the documentary. I might just go rewatch it because it's one of the wildest stories I've ever heard. And it's one of those things where it's like, this is why everybody shouldn't have access to things. Like, this is why. because you have some Hollywood execs out there that don't know what they're doing at all, but because they own stuff, because they have access to stuff, they are putting out hot garbage on the screen. What's up, Morbius? So how do y'all feel about Neil Gaiman, giant metallic spiders, and the Sandman? Let me know all your thoughts down below. Woo, man, that the buddy is a trip. I'm telling you, he is a trip. Shout out to Neil Gaiman for leaking that though, because like if he had put that, man, we'd be clowning Sandman right now. That thing wouldn't even be close to a cult classic. That'd be just terrible. Woo, man. All right. Let's get to some of these comments here. Kano, Netflix stripping because I bet my check Amazon will happily pick up Sandman if they fumble it. I think they would too. I think you're absolutely right. If I was Amazon, I'd be waiting. I'd just be like, yo, go ahead and make Sandman a free agent. We finna sign him right on the dot. Yeah, go ahead. Yup, let that contract bounce. We gonna pick it right back up. I bet you they just licking their chops right now. They just out there with the Birdman hands, like, they can't wait. I know. Puma, what you got? They need to go fund me for Sandman. Netflix is tripping hard. Neil is a fantastic writer. Keep great shows going. Bring back Lovecraft Country, please. Facts on all of that. Thank you so much for that, Puma. Appreciate that. Kano, back at it. You know, a certain demographic still having nightmares about Lovecraft Country. Not my problem. But thank you so much for that, Kano. Appreciate you. Let's see. Ali, back at it. I'm late because I'm eating and geeking out with Harry about Harry Potter. But have you thought about dedicating a specific night to each platform? Disney Plus on Thursday. Not to platforms, but it's really the shows that I think dictate what's going to get coverage or not. I think we're in the eye of the storm. Like this is great for y'all as consumers, right? As people that just get to sit down and watch stuff. This is fantastic for y'all because you just get to watch a lot of great shows back to back to back to back. For creators, I don't want to say it's a nightmare, but it's a whole lot more work. It's good work because like there's nothing worse when there's nothing good to talk about or there's no good shows to go watch and we ain't got nothing to like create. But my goodness, if you're just getting hit with like show after show after show after show, now it's like, yo, where do I find the time? Where do I find the energy? So for me, I'm like, I'm just gonna go by show. I don't want to go off a platform because I think that's a little too risky. And I also don't like starting something that I can't keep up because then that, I'm not serving y'all in a good way. So I'm gonna keep going off of the shows. And maybe we get to a point where we could do per platform when they get enough consistent content. But not for now. For now, right now, I'll go off of the shows. Thank you for that, Ali. Appreciate you. Rims back at fam. We got 2 replays of our favorite anthem. Let's show our support by matching the amount of likes with the amount of eyes. Yes, thank you so much for that. And please, if you enjoy what you're seeing so far, if you like the news coverage and all that, go ahead and give us a nice little thumbs up. Definitely appreciate that. Especially for the algorithm. We got to do it for the algorithm now. Thank you so much for that, Rims. I appreciate you. Ty, always coming through with the super stickers. Thank you so much. Always coming through. Love it. Thank you, Ty. Let's see how we doing on time. Ooh, it's only an hour. Okay, y'all. I'm getting there. All right. What else do we have? I almost forgot to add this in there. Hold on. Dang, I almost forgot to add this in. Did y'all know? I told y'all John Peters was bad. He was so bad. Christopher Nolan banned him from the set of Man of Steel. I told y'all they couldn't make Superman movies without this guy. But this is how bad he was. You know you bad if Christopher Nolan got to ban you from the set. Didn't I tell you he was a problem? I told you he was a problem. Anyway, let's move on. All right. Are we gonna shift gears? Okay, we're gonna shift gears to Marvel. All right, let's go real quick. Now we know that Marvel has had they issues with VFX artists and all that. VFX artists have come out, they've talked against Marvel, basically saying that, like, yo, Marvel's terrible when it comes to their work practices. They be cutting off dates, deadlines. They don't even inform the VFX artists that a movie is going to be moved ahead of schedule, which thereby gives them less time to work on things. So it's always been an issue with them. They feel overworked. They're not getting paid overtime or anything. So, this has led to a number of movies ending up with poor visual effects because they just don't have enough time. And even currently, right now in the industry, there is a huge backlog of movies that need VFX work, and it's getting delayed because they're overworked and people are coming out with movies left and right. And it's a huge burden. It's a huge burden on them. But it seems as though that Marvel might be actually, doing something. They I think they finally heard what the artists have been saying. I think they've heard the complaints, and I think they are actually going to do something. Now let's see what they said. So one artist here said, it's famously the third act in most Marvel movies. If you have the third act, you are in for the most pain. Everything will change in a very drastic way, which means the most amount of work. And if one studio had more than just the third act, you're in for it. Well, there's that. But it seems like there's actually a little bit more help coming around. Let's see. Spreading the love to different graphic studios and artists allows them to focus on more precise scenes and sections on a project, which Marvel appears to be allocating more fairly in a quote unquote more logical way going forward. And this is what one of the artists says. Now, it seems like they've kind of split things up in a more logical way, divvying up the work that way gives people a better chance to succeed. That's one thing that's been positive. Well, all right then. Good for Marvel. Very happy to hear that they are at least being a little bit more mindful of the work that they place on these artists, because it is a lot. It is a stressful situation. And we talked about the story with Black Panther, in the final third act, where the CGI was just not all that good, right? And some of the VFX artists came out and said, well, the problem was the fact that, one, they were cutting down the timelines and the deadlines, and they were giving us all this work. And then when time was getting of the essence, they passed it on to another studio, and the other studio couldn't really do the same thing. The software didn't talk, and the transformation, it was just a problem, So now it actually makes more sense to just say, like, hey, Studio A, take care of this scene. Studio B, y'all got this scene, and just do that. So that way they can focus on the little things. Maybe as Marvel, you can like be more efficient with your money, maybe even bring your costs down a little bit. But now everybody can't get overworked. Everyone can say, hey, I worked on a Marvel project, and it just makes a little bit more sense. So anyway, I hope it all works out for them in the long run. I hope Marvel gets it together because, it does not do Marvel any good. It doesn't do any movie any good if the visual effects are if they're bad. If the visual effects don't work, I don't care how good your story was, it's gonna detract a lot of people. I mean, to this day, even though Black Panther, I think, was a really good movie, some people still really really complain about the visual effects. Now, I don't think 2-3 minutes of bad visual effects ruins an entire movie, but for some people, it does, apparently, whatever. But again, if all you have to do is delay something or maybe just give people more time, just do it. It'll just make your movie better. It'll have people buy your DVDs and you'll make more money on the back end. It'll work out just fine. But anyway, what do y'all think about Marvel being a little bit more considerate and more logical by divvying up this work to them? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hold on. I got some things here. My bad. I have not been. I forgot to thank some people from the last live and this live. So give me 1 second here. I want to give some quick thank yous. Got that. Marcellus, thank you so much for that. $72 cash app. Oh, this was for the birthday girl. Yes, that was last week. My bad. Renee, thank you for the $3 cash app. Renee says recast T'Challa. Thank you so much. Terrence, thank you so much for the $10 cash app. That was for the birthday girl as well last week. Dwayne, thank you so much for the $5 cash app. You said thanks for using your voice. Absolutely. Thank you for listening. Oh, come on now. And of course, we got to say thank you so much to another top supporter, Marcy X. Thank you so much, Marcy. She says for play recast T'Challa anthem at the end of the live. Yes, ma'am. I will make sure I do that. Thank you so much, Marcy. I appreciate you always coming through and keeping the lights on. Appreciate that for real. All right, let's move on. We're gonna keep it on Marvel for now. We just got a Fantastic Four update. As y'all know, like it was originally supposed to be John Watts. That was the guy who directed all the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. He was supposed to do the Fantastic Four movie, but he ended up doing a Star Wars thing instead. So it looks like this hasn't been official yet, but it looks like we actually have another person who is in line for the job, and that is Matt Shakeman, and he is the director from WandaVision. So he is in talks, according to, I believe the Direct was the first to report it. Deadline backed it up. Hollywood Reporter backed it up as well. So this looks like it's got some legs. But WandaVision director Matt Shackman is in talks to do this. And you know what? I don't know what to make of it. I honestly don't. I mean, I liked WandaVision. I thought it was still like one of the better Disney Plus shows. I like the direction of it. Now, I mean, let me see. What is oh yeah, this does kind of match up because Matt was actually supposed to direct the next Star Trek movie. And yeah, that did not happen because they lost him to Marvel. So there goes that. But I was kind of curious as like what his background was as a director. And from what I can see, let me kind of go through. Like most of his work has just been TV. Like all TV. Ugly Betty, Weeds, Chuck, House, okay, New Girl, Mad Men, Psych. Cut Bank is his first movie. I ain't never heard of Cut Bank. I've never heard of that. He did a couple episodes on Fargo. Let's see. I don't know any. Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Okay. Oh, he did a couple Game of Thrones episodes. Okay. Billions, Succession, and of course WandaVision. And I ain't heard of none of these other ones. So listen, I've always said this though. This actually makes sense for Marvel to keep it in-house, right? This is I heard people kind of reference it like they're taking directors from their bullpen, because we've heard other directors like Matt Reeves, for example, who was like, I don't want to direct nothing in Marvel because I want the freedom to create and do what I want to do, right? And that's kind of what DC has allowed Matt Reeves to do with the Batman. They was like, yo, you can make your own movie, you can build your own Gotham, you ain't got to connect to nothing, just do whatever you want. Marvel doesn't play like that. Marvel's like, hey, look, you could do whatever you want in this little sandbox, but you can't go outside the sandbox. You stay your butt right here, and that's it. And as long as you play nice right here, you're going to build yourself up. You're going to get great. People going to know your name. And then you can go off somewhere. But for right now, you're going to stay in this little sandbox. Just that's it. So I think it makes sense, especially for Matt, because he does not have a lot of experience with movies, with full feature movies. This is going to be his only second movie. And I think there's already kind of a lot of pressure on a Fantastic Four movie. I mean, this is supposed to be a flagship film for Marvel Studios. Like, we already had terrible, just atrocious Fantastic Four movies in the past. And this is the one that's supposed to kind of right the ship with that franchise. So, but at the same time, to be fair, I can't just keep his record of being a TV director against him, because that was the case with the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers, you know, they were doing Parks and Rec or whatever. Wasn't nobody checking for them. And look what they gave us. They gave us Captain America, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. Like, they came out the gate swinging, you know? So it's one of those things where it's kind of like, I guess we're going to have to just trust Kevin Feige on this, because Kevin Feige was the one that looked at the Russo brothers while they were TV directors and was like, no, y'all got something. Like, nah, we got to give these brothers a shot. He did the same thing with James Gunn. James Gunn was only known for like one or two little cult movies, and that was it. Tremors. Like, he was not a household name, but Kevin Feige was like, nah, go ahead and get James Gunn. Let him take care of this Guardians of the Galaxy thing. And now what happened? Because he built up his, his reputation with Marvel, now he's with DC. He's doing his own TV show with Peacemaker and spinoffs, Suicide Squad. He's doing a whole bunch. So this could be a great move. Maybe there's something in Matt that we've never seen, but Kevin Feige knows. I don't know. I'm not going to act like this is an exciting move, but I'm going to be in wait and see mode for now. I don't know. But y'all let me know. How do you feel about the WandaVision director coming in and taking on the Fantastic Four? Now, again, he is only in talks. This isn't official. I got the feeling that Marvel don't like the fact that this was even announced, because D23 is coming up in like, I think 2 weeks. So this probably was going to be one of their big announcements, and the news people just already outed it. This is kind of like what happened with Jonathan Majors as He Who Remains, Kang the Conqueror. Marvel didn't announce that yet. They wanted that to be a surprise, later on, but these outlets like spilled the beans. So I know Kevin Feige mad right now. I know he don't like this. He don't like this. But then again, wasn't nobody finna do no backflips for some Matt Shakeman? Like, wasn't nobody finna be like, oh, y'all got Matt. Oh, y'all got Matt. Oh, Marvel doing it again. Nobody was gonna do that. Okay. So this is kind of like an easy thing. Like, whatever. If the news leak, whatever. Now, the real news is gonna be, okay, who are y'all casting for the Fantastic Four? That's the real news. So I hope that they at least be smart enough and just keep John Krasinski, because that, to me, I think is going to be the bigger sell and the best fan appeasement. We know y'all screwed up last time in Doctor Strange 2. Just, you can make up for it by giving us the real Reed Richards. But I don't know. We'll see. D23 is supposedly is where they're going to announce all that. And I do think that is going to be when that happens. But anyway, y'all let me know. How do you feel about this Fantastic Four news? Does it make you feel a little bit more hopeful for the movie? Or are you a little worried? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, let's get done with that. And hold on, I got some comments I need to grab. Kenneth, thank you so much for that contribution. Okay, let's see. Just because I'm petty, I wanted my name highlighted. That's all right. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you, Kenneth. Let's see. Rims back at it. Thank you, Rims. Alib and Marcy and I are suggesting an EFAM cookout before the year ends. All who agree, hit the likes, but seriously, hit the likes. EFAM cookout. Okay. I mean, who house we gonna cook out at though? Like, what is this happening? Because my backyard, the way it's set up, I got a back door and like a quick gate. Like, it's not even a full yard, it's a quick gate. Just, I don't know where. Let me know. I'll come. Fix me a plate. Thank you, Ribs. I appreciate that. And absolutely, please get those likes up. Kano back at it. I'm gonna say this though, E. Every show Matt's directed is a fire show. Now that you read them off. Okay, cool. Look, here's my thing though. TV directors doing TV and doing movies are two different things. It's two different workloads, right? It's almost like playing in college, and then going to the pros, right? Because when you playing in college, you probably in a system, you kind of handheld a little bit more, stuff like that. Because when you're a TV, it's the producers, it's the studio, and they just say, yo, director, come and knock out this episode real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not as hands-on. When it's a movie, like, you're in charge of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all of that. Yeah, you still kind of answer to the producers, but you have way more responsibilities when it's TV. So sometimes that transition doesn't always work all that well. I think about the last Pacific Rim movie, the one that was like very terrible. Yeah, that guy, he had only been directing TV, and then he went and did that Pacific Rim movie, and it was just bad, just really, really bad. So yeah, it doesn't always work out. That's all. But again, I mentioned the Russo brothers. They were only doing TV, and they killed it. So I'm gonna be in wait and see mode. I'm hoping for the best. Let's see what we got. Daniel, what you got? Much love, E-Man. I feel there should be stories on Africa during medieval times that's on the level of Game of Thrones stories we don't see often. I would totally watch that. Yes, sure. Whoever wants to make that, let's go. I'm with that. I will check that out as well. Yes, 100%. I'm with that. Let's see what else we got. Laser Beak. Evening, fam. Fantastic Four is a big project. We shall see. Yes, it is a very big project. Like, people, there are a lot of expectations with this. Like, this is one of their flagship programs. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Let's see, Marcy, what you got? Kev is mad because his old boss Alan Horn helped him to choose. Ooh-wee. Are you talking about for Matt? Did Alan Horn help him with that? Oh, I don't know. But all right. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. We actually gonna talk about him in just a moment. But let's move on. Yes, let's move on to. Oh yeah, let's get to some DC stuff here. All right, now y'all recall we talked about this last time. Warner Brothers, they canceled Batgirl, and according to them, they canceled Batgirl because it was irredeemable. The screening scores were just terrible, blah 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 blah. Then we find out later that the screening scores were the same as Black Adam, but Warner Brothers loves Black Adam. So what are you talking about? So they scrapped this $90 million movie as a tax write-off, right? And by the way, for a lot of people that are thinking that, hey, maybe this could be like the next Snyder cut. Maybe this could be something where if we push hard enough, they'll do it. No, because if they did this as a tax write-off, you can't go re-release it. You have to, it's done. Because otherwise, they're going to have to pay all that money right back to the government if they try and release it. So I don't think that movie is ever going to come out. I think it's done, and it's a very, very different situation. So when that news came out that Batgirl was not going to move forward, a lot of people were hurt, especially the directors, the actors. a lot of people were just like, dang, man, you know, and the directors especially, because they were like, yo, we didn't even finish like the special effects. You know, they got most of the shooting done, like where you get like the main beats of the story, but you know, the special effects and stuff just weren't completed. And they were just really heartbroken. And one of the reasons why was because they were like, yo, we didn't even get a chance to see it. Like, we didn't get like to see the movie itself, you know, like that. They didn't have a chance to see it. And one of the reasons why that is because Warner Brothers locked them out. They locked out the Batgirl directors out of footage after the cancellation news broke. Yikes. All right, here's one of the directors. Adil called me and told me, go ahead, shoot everything on your phone. I went on the server and everything was blocked. There was no way to access the film. We were, oh man, all the scenes with Batman we didn't get to keep. Dang, WB. Why they treat them like that? They acted like they was like low on rent and kicked them out on an eviction notice. Just change the locks on the boys like that? That's cold. That's cold. Y'all couldn't give my man a flash drive? You couldn't put something on a disc for it? You couldn't put it on a Google Drive? You couldn't do nothing. Dang, all that work for nothing. So they couldn't even see the movie. They go on to say some more. It was not a talent problem on our part, the actress, or even the quality of the movie. We were right in the middle of editing. There was still a lot of work to be done. It was not like the movie was finished, but they told us it was a strategic change, new management, and they could save some cash. Woo, man. Hey, look, and by the way, y'all got to think about, like, when it comes to the Snyder Cut and all that, the only reason, like, one of the big reasons why the Snyder Cut even continued was because Zack Snyder left the Warner Brothers lot with a copy of the movie on his computer. That was the only reason. So, like, while WB was like, ain't no Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder was like, click, dropped a couple clips. I got the receipt. I got it right here. You know, so like, they can't do that, you know. Now, to make matters a little, like, I think even worse, to make it even worse, apparently WB is actually going to do a screening. And the screening, they're calling it a funeral screen. At least this is somebody who was an insider, said that according to, let's see, the funeral screenings will be held in secret for people who have worked on the movie, cast, crew, and execs, as a way to send off the movie before it likely gets locked away in a vault. Yikes. I don't, a funeral screening? I ain't never heard of that. I've never heard of that. That is wild to me. That is wild to me. I've never heard that they was like, yeah, sorry about that, but I mean, you can come watch this little funeral screening or whatever. Nah, you can't get it. Nah, you can't see it. Look, if I'm one of them directors, I'm gonna be sitting there right there with my phone, like, man, this movie dope. Man, man, look at that. Man, look at that movie. Like, I'm recording everything. Like, look, I'm gonna record it, I'm gonna leak it, something. But man, that I don't know. I guess this part of the plan. This must be part of that big old reset plan, right? I don't know. But apparently they're gonna have this little funeral screening where they're gonna show the people that worked on it. This is not gonna be open to the public, but they're gonna show people what this unedited footage looked like. And after that, they're gonna be like, all right, thanks for your time. It's going in the vault. You're never gonna see it again. That's it. So I feel for them. I feel for them. It is kind of sad that that's even happening, because, you know, it does take a lot of hard work and commitment for people to do these movies, and for them to not even see the light of day. That kind of sucks. But my heart goes out to Leslie Grace and everybody else involved in this. But yeah, it looks like this is gonna be a wrap. Anyway, how do y'all feel about the whole Batgirl situation? How do you feel about the directors being locked out of their own movie? They ain't even got a copy of it. And how do you feel about this funeral screening at that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But we are still going to keep on this DC bandwagon because apparently, while Batgirl's getting locked out, Matt Reeves is getting locked in because the Batman director, Matt Reeves, sets a multi-year first look film deal at Warner Brothers and re-ups with Warner Brothers Television. Now, this right here is interesting because we saw that WB with Zaslav coming in, the acts of Zaslav, right? He'd been coming in like, yo, get rid of this. We done with this. A lot of things have been getting put on hiatus. A lot of things have been canceled. A lot of things have been terminated, as we just saw with Batgirl. But one thing that appears to be safe could be the Batman. We did report earlier last week that the Batman 2 sequel has not been greenlit yet. I wonder if it hasn't been greenlit because they wanted to sign Matt Reeves first. That could be part of the reason. But the fact that he's got a first look deal, the fact that he re-upped with Warner Brothers Television, that tells me that the Penguin series, the Gotham series, the Batman movie, that tells me all of those things are going to be fine. I think we're all going to get them. I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. So at least those are still going to make it some way, somehow. But yeah, that's not the only, that's not it when it comes to Warner Brothers and what they about to do. Because when I tell you, they got a lot of changes happening here. It's I guess this is all part of the plan, but moving forward, we got an Aquaman update as well. And this Aquaman update is, it might sound a little familiar. And that is that it has now been delayed to Christmas of 2023. It's getting pushed back a whole year. We were supposed to get Aquaman 2 this year. We were supposed to get it this Christmas. But that's not happening. They're moving it beyond. Now, I think this is being done for two reasons. First reason, I think, is because you don't want them Avatar 2 problems. You don't. And let's be honest, even though we've had this conversation now, James Cameron don't miss. Y'all clown James Cameron because he took 20-something years for Avatar. But man still makes. He only has like some of the top grossing movies of all time. It's like my man is like Jordan. When he get on if he's in the finals, he's gonna win that chip. He's gonna win that title. So he's coming back with Avatar 2. And the thing is, you're not gonna go watch Avatar 2 in theaters on some janky screen. If you are, you're completely doing yourself a disservice. If you go watch Avatar 2, you have to go watch it in IMAX. You have to go watch it on the biggest, craziest, crispiest screen that you absolutely can possibly do. Because let's be honest, and I did this too. I ran a whole poll on this on my Twitter page. The number one thing people remember from Avatar, it ain't the characters, it ain't the story, it ain't the world, it's the visuals. That's the number one thing people was like, man, the visuals in Avatar are exact. That's the one thing I either loved or remembered the most about the movie. What do you think Avatar 2 is going to be about? It don't matter, and nobody cares. You're going for the visual experience, which means all them IMAX theaters, people going to go there, pay their money to go see that. Aquaman 2, that's not the competition you want. You don't want that competition. So it makes sense to take Aquaman 2 and push it back. I told y'all that was the first reason why they might be doing this. Here go the second one. Right after Aquaman 2, you also have Shazam being delayed as well. So now it is going to go to March 2023. This is also trying to avoid those Avatar 2 problems. I told y'all, Avatar, nobody wants to mess with Avatar. Nobody. People in the industry already know. This the man that gave you Titanic. This the man that gave you Avatar. This the man that can just come out with original stuff that's not attached to a franchise and make billions of dollars. You don't want that competition. You just don't. So, because of that, I think this is the second reason. Avatar aside, you now have Aquaman 2 after Shazam. Why is that important? Y'all recall last week we talked about how Jason Momoa was out here doing his best Vin Diesel impression, and he was out there hugging all on Ben Affleck because the surprise, the cat was out of the bag, and surprise, Ben Affleck was going to come back and reprise his role as Batman in Aquaman 2. Now, here's the problem with that. Initial reports said that it wasn't going to be Ben Affleck, but it was actually going to be Michael Keaton, aka the GOAT Batman. He was the Batman in Aquaman 2. But the issue is a lot of the stuff that was supposed to happen with Michael Keaton's Batman was predicated on The Flash, Ezra Miller's Flash movie. Remember, in Ezra Miller's Flash movie, Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are supposed to be in there. There's going to be some time travel, multiverse, blah, 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 all that stuff. But Michael Keaton was supposed to basically become the new Nick Fury or whatever of the multiverse or whatever. I don't know. That's kind of like the role they described it, right? But basically, Ben Affleck was out and Michael Keaton was now going to be in. And when Zaslav came through, it seemed as though there was going to be a transition away from the Snyderverse stuff. However, keep in mind, WB was about to scrap The Flash because, Miller time. Miller was out there being a menace. So they was thinking like, yo, we can't have this. The Flash was supposed to be like an ultimate reset button for everything in the DCEU. So now that we know Ben Affleck is going to be in Aquaman 2, and Aquaman 2 is taking place after Shazam and well after The Flash, I don't know. This just seems like they changing course. This seems like they are going to change direction again. But I'll say this, because of the fact that they are now pushing it out a whole year, they have all the time in the world to fix whatever nonsense that's going on. They said they got a 10-year plan. That's what they said. So let's just see if that works. Let's see if it happens. I don't know. I mean, they try to sit here and talk about, oh, well, this is just part of the plan and we know what we're doing. Yeah, okay. We'll see about that. But here's the funnier thing about this, though. One of the reasons that was kind of put out there, and now this was speculation. This wasn't, so don't take it all the way to the bank. One of the reasons was that WB, hold on. Hold on, I want to get this up here. One of the reasons that people were kind of iffy on this decision to delay the movies and stuff was because the idea was out there that maybe WB was a little short on cash. I mean, y'all scrap a $90 million movie for tax benefits, and now supposedly WB only has enough money to release 3 more movies this year because money is getting a little tight. And apparently they don't have enough in the budget, in the marketing budget. This comes from a writer of the Hollywood Reporter. Says small correction, low budget comedy House Party is intended for HBO Max, is now getting a release in December. So make that 3 movies, but no denying the no money to market movies problem the studio is facing now. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that y'all don't have any money for anything except for Black Adam this year and House Party, but y'all cancel Batgirl and you move Shazam 2 and you move Aquaman 2? Which one of y'all was checking for House Party this reboot? Like, which one of y'all wanted this? Because apparently they're gonna move this to theaters instead of HBO Max. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I am very, very cautious about this movie. If I'm not mistaken, this is from LeBron James's production company. Do we know who's directing? I don't know who's directing it, but nothing about this movie entices me whatsoever. Nothing. Like, I never asked for a House Party reboot. Never. I don't want it. And I don't trust LeBron's production company. I just have not seen that much great stuff from it. Actually, I do want to know who's directing this, because this was supposed to come out on streaming. This was supposed to be on streaming. So think about a movie that, wait, who? Calmatic. Who is Calmatic? Y'all, what? Hold on. Who is Calmatic? Have y'all ever heard of Calmatic? That's the director for House Party. Okay, I gotta see. Who is for real? Music videos? Wait a minute. This dude's only done music videos? He's only done music videos? And he's directing White Man Can't Jump? Throw this movie away. I don't want it. Y'all not, no. Nope. Not happening. I don't care. Sorry. I'm a judge. It'd be one thing if you told me, okay, they did a little TV and they got some good shows. Okay. Listen, didn't I tell you? If you in TV, that's like, hey, I did college ball. And movies are like playing in the pros. If all you did was some music videos, bro, you was playing in the rec league down the street. And now you about to jump to the pros? You want some and one type of stuff? Like, what? How that work? No. Y'all can keep that. Now, hey, you right. Now, you right, Andrew. Hype Williams did do Belly, and Belly was good. But Hype Williams also has music videos that are iconic. Like, listen, how about this? I'll wait and see. Y'all go see it and y'all let me know. Because the fact that this movie was destined for streaming and now you kind of sort of want to put it in theaters, that's usually not how it goes. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of backwards. Usually you'd be like, all right, we're going to put this in theaters. Ooh, the screening. Yeah, that just is not good. All right, y'all, throw it on streaming. We just going to throw it on streaming. Like, ooh, I don't know. Listen, I don't see the plan. I don't see the vision. They say they got a plan. I don't see it. Calmatic? All right, whatever. And I'm gonna keep going with this news here. Because apparently part of what DC wants to do is they found them a new Foggy, or at least that's word on the street. And that is producer Dan Lin. He is currently in talks to take control of film, TV for superhero arm, or for all of DC. So that's that. This is who they want. to be their new Kevin Feige. Now, I told y'all from the jump, it's hard to find the Kevin Feige out there. It's hard to find someone who is a comic book nerd, somebody who intimately knows the characters and the properties and the IP, right? Because it's one thing to say, oh, I read the comics. Just because you read the comics doesn't mean that you understand the characters. It doesn't mean you understand the culture. That's not the same thing. You know, it's almost like, you know, I've always had this in back in seminary school. People be like, oh, I read the Bible, but then they like have a fundamental misunderstanding of Christianity, or oh, I've read the Torah, I've read the Quran, and they just have no concept of like whatever religion that they're talking about. So it's like it's hard to find someone like Kevin Feige, because Feige knows the stuff and he's been groomed over the years to do good movies. Now, Justin Lin, not Justin Lin, Dan Lin, excuse me. He does have a pretty decent background though. Let's see, what is he attached to? So he has the Aladdin movie, the live action Will Smith one under his belt, the Lego movie, which I think was pretty good, and the It horror movies are all under his belt. Okay, those are not bad. Those are not bad from a production standpoint. It says the role would encompass overseeing not just film, but television as well, with Lin reporting directly to Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, according to sources. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay. Now that could be a game changer. Because basically what they're saying is, oh, you are Kevin Feige without shackles. You are Kevin Feige before Bob Chapek. You're phase 3 Kevin Feige. Infinity War Saga Kevin Feige, that Kevin Feige that could just do whatever he wants. That's what they're giving him now. And if I'm not mistaken, this also talked about how he was recommended by Alan Horn. Marcy, just like you were talking about earlier, he was recommended by Alan Horn. So the same guy who like picked Kevin Feige, groomed him and all of that, and WB went and bought, you know, Alan Horn to be a consultant. Alan Horn was like, yo, Lin is the guy that you want. He's the one that could be your Feige. And they gave him the right power. He can do TV, comics, all of that stuff. Everything goes through him. And the only person he got to answer to, he ain't got to answer to marketing. He ain't got to answer to distribution. He ain't got to answer to no other henchmen, middlemen, nothing. He just answers to the boss. Now, there's a good side to this and a bad side to this. They're putting all their eggs in one basket with one person. Marvel has done that with Kevin Feige. What happened? It's been great. Overall, the MCU is a fantastic success. No, it's not perfect, but it's a success because Kevin Feige he's controlling damn near everything, and he's making this thing a smooth operating machine. But the downside is, if you put all your eggs in one basket, it might screw up too. So if for whatever reason, if I don't know why I want to keep calling him Justin Lin. If Dan Lin screws this up, everything gets screwed up. If the movies go in a stupid direction and he forces the TV shows to go in that direction and the comics have to go in that direction, all of that is just going to fall and just crumble at the same time. So the one thing I will say is that I like the fact that at least they have some idea or plan for continuity and structure and consistency. But I am a little afraid. Because this is kind of like what they did with Snyder. Think about it. They wanted Snyder to kind of sort of be their Joss Whedon. Their Joss Whedon when Joss Whedon was taking over the Avengers and stuff for Marvel in the early days. They gave Zack Snyder the keys to the kingdom, and they're still trying to clean up some of that mess because that's how many eggs they put in that basket. They still trying to clean that up. But hey, there's hopefully a big old reset coming. And whenever this reset happens, maybe he fixes it. Maybe it goes in the right direction. I don't know. But I will say that I think that this is actually a good move for them. I'm glad that they found someone that they have confidence in. If it's good enough for Alan Horn, I'm assuming, it's got to be good too. I have to go off of that until further notice. But anyway, what do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about all these different changes to DC? All the stuff that they're doing with their new direction, the delays, the cancellations, and do you believe in Dan Lin? Is this the way? Have they finally cracked it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Hold on. Oh yeah, I think I'm almost done. Let's see, which one do we want to do? Do we want to stay? Oh wait, I got comments. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me scroll up. Give me a sec. Okay, hold on. Nope, not that one. Almost there. Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Just gotta check on the kids real quick. Make sure everybody ate their dinner. Okay, kids are cool. Good. All right, let's see. Let me just get to these comments. Kano, what you got? I got a feeling Matt Reeves' Batman is going to be their new anchor, and they use Flashpoint to bring Aquaman, Shazam, and maybe Wonder Woman into a new DCU with the bats and new suits. Sure. I mean, The Flash has always been, in my opinion, the one movie that could like just be your ultimate reset button. Like Crisis on Two Earths, you could do whatever you want, time travel, whatever. It's an easy plot device to fix everything. So maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But we'll have to see where they go. And I don't know. Maybe it is a new suits. Maybe they find a way to get Henry Cavill back. I don't know. But I'm interested to see where they go with this direction. That is definitely something I am curious about. Thank you so much for that, Kano. Appreciate you. Oh, back at it. Thank you. The delay is just to write out Amber Heard and Ezra and adjust their scripts to match. Possibly. Yep. Let's see. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Who else we got? Nelson, what you got? Give him a chance, man. Whatever. I told y'all the chance he getting is y'all tell me how it is. Y'all go watch House Party and y'all let me know how they go. I'm not falling for that okie doke. No, it's not happening. Ain't nothing about that. I don't like it. Don't. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this off with no. Okay, we'll skip it. Yeah, we'll skip it. Let's go on to John Boyega. And then we'll finish off later with the DC stuff. But John Boyega just had like this nice little interview that he did, and he talked about a bunch of different things, from Star Wars to whether he come back or not, and just a bunch of other things. So I actually have the interview here. I thought it'd be kind of cool if we just kind of go through the interview. Hopefully YouTube doesn't ding me for this. I'm doing fair use. It's not, you got to hit me with the copyright. But I did want to kind of give some commentary on it. So let's chill out for a second and watch this interview. And let's get ready. All right, all right. Let's see here. Do I have it pulled up? Yes, I do. There we go. Let's add it up here. All right. So we got John Boyega here. Like I said, he is talking about a range of different issues. So I'm just gonna play some of it and then stop it and get a little commentary here and there. But yeah, let's check out what he had to say.
Right now, you go on social media, it can be, it feels like algebra to me. Two
Oh,
plus
please.
2 is 4. If you do this, that means this. If they, women do think like this, men think like, and that simplicity with such intricate talking points is like, it throws me off. So,
but when you're going against the dumbing down of a culture, it's going to be a rocky road.
It's a rocky road. Yeah,
I'm thinking of Moses Ingram, who's in this Obi-Wan series, and so much racism thrown at her.
I saw that.
But Disney was there; they had a plan, and it seemed like, Disney learned along the way to have a plan for these sort of things to happen.
Yeah.
When it happened to you, I don't think there was a game plan. I don't think they saw it coming.
Man.
Yeah, so just give some people a little bit of context there. Moses Ingram, the black actress from the Obi-Wan series, got a whole lot of racist mail messages and stuff like that. She shared only a couple of them, but according to her, she'd been getting hundreds, thousands, and all that, which makes sense. When you're a celebrity, pretty sure you're going to get a whole lot of messages from random weirdos out there. And no, nobody is talking about the people that didn't like her acting. That's not the same as saying racist commentary to her. We're talking about the racists. We're talking about the people that called her a diversity hire or a darkie or, all these other derogatory terms. That's who we're talking about. So if you find yourself feeling offended by Moses Ingram's commentary, you might be racist, because if you just had an issue with her acting, that's okay. You can do that. But if you started talking about racist stuff, yeah, you might just be racist, and the shoe fits, then it's going to fit you, right? But anyway, John Boyega, when he was getting attacked for being a black stormtrooper, people wanted to boycott Star Wars. People was like calling this dude out his name. People was legit losing their mind that a black man was just potentially more than what they ever imagined to be in Star Wars. Now, I'm not going to go on a whole rant on this, because I actually have a whole video on this where I talk about the deeper problem in Star Wars and how it kind of cultivates this world for racist people to exist and to feel comfortable. So you could definitely go check that out. But John Boyega was there, who probably got it the worst out of other, because he's not the only one. Moses Ingram's not the only one. There have been others too. He's probably the one that's been the most noteworthy to receive racism and hateful, bigoted comments and stuff like that. But back then, Disney didn't have a plan. Disney was just kind of like, damn, that's messed up. And that was it. That was it. Like, they let this man go do press tours and junkets and have to deal with these questions on his own. They hadn't put no statements out. They did nothing for him. Now, they tried to do a little something for Moses Ingram. They had Ewan McGregor come out and say a couple things. They made a couple, tweets and posts and stuff. It's better than nothing. I think it could have been better, but it was better than nothing, so he's gonna respond to what it's like for her to get that treatment, but he didn't get it. Let's see what he had to say.
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. But that's the piece that I felt. Moses Ingram being protected makes me feel protected. Do you understand what I'm saying? It makes me feel like, okay, cool, I am not the elephant in the room. Because when I started, it wasn't really a conversation you could bring up. You know how they went through it. It was kind of like, let's just be silent.
Oh, he's bringing this up again.
Yeah, it wasn't a conversation you could bring up. But now, to see how blatant it is, to see Ewan McGregor come and support is it, for me, fulfills my time where I didn't get the support. It doesn't make me feel bitter at all. It makes me feel like sometimes you're that guy. And my dad taught me that. Sometimes you're not the guy to get the blessing. Sometimes you're Moses, you lead the people to the mountain, but you see the destination. You don't get to go in. You get others to go in, and that's where you get your happiness from. And for me to see other people accepted And then at the same time, to see that the studios now are like, okay, cool, this is not an elephant in the room conversation. We need to support our black client. It's fantastic.
Okay, but
Now I love this answer, and I think that is, I like the fact that, you know, one, he's not bitter. I love the fact that, you know, he is mature enough to understand that this is just the way the world works. That, you know, sometimes you got to be, like he said, the Moses, right? Like you have to be the one to endure some of the suffering, the heartbreak, or whatever. But your hardship creates a path for the people coming behind you. And the people coming behind you, they get the promised land. They get the fruits of all your labor. They get to see all that. And you might not. You might not get to see all of that. You might not get to enjoy all of that. And you know what? I think it takes a real grown person to be able to have the maturity, you know, and the class to just be like, yeah, like if she's protected, I'm protected. Like, yeah, I'm, you know, and this again, as a black person, this is why I am so fortunate and grateful and appreciative of the black folks that came before me. The black folks that had water hoses on them, that were getting lynched, that were getting killed, that were, you know, discriminated against because of their hardships, they made my life a little bit easier and other black people that look like me in this country. And that's kind of the same thing with any group of oppression, right? There was a time when women couldn't even vote. It took women to have to fight for that right to vote so that women today could have their voices heard more. So like this happens all the time. So I'm happy that he's able to kind of see that and recognize that and call that out. So good on him for that. Let's see. Let's move on.
I'm going to praise you one more time then, because I thought what you did after episode 9 was a lot like what you did in the park that day in London when you said, I'm going to quote you, what I say to Disney is, do not market a black character as important and then push them aside. I feel like they heard you.
Yeah, no, but as they should, even if you want to remove race out of it, just from a business perspective, don't tease no black. You know what that does to black people? You know how you guys got everybody motivated around Black Panther? Don't tease no and market no Black Panther. Market a black actor and switch and bait.
Switch it, yeah.
You don't do it with white actors. You don't do it. You don't. So don't think you can have this skill set where you're going to put everybody on plasters. You got white people and black people excited, and then we come in and they in it for 5 minutes. You know, they die at the beginning. It's like, or they the best friend.
Where's the character arc?
Where is the character?
Where's the character arc?
But why is it also that, you know, when you get, sometimes it can be writer's block, but why is it also that when you have this writer's block, you know, that affects these type of actors? Why is it, you know,
Thank you.
You still got a rich story coming through? Why can't it be spread out? And for me, those
because
conversations
some characters get stories, some characters get tying up loose ends.
I mean, we know the difference. I mean, we can feel it on set. It's like, yeah, we don't need you no more. Bye.
Oh, Brother John just dropped something right there. He just dropped something right there. He just listen. First of all, shame on Lucasfilm, Disney, for the terrible send-off that they did with Finn in Star Wars. That was always one of the worst things that they could have done, by sitting here getting our hopes up, thinking that we finally got us a black Jedi besides Mace Windu. By the way, bring back Mace Windu. We thought we was going to get somebody. We thought he was going to be the lead character. We thought we was actually going to get somebody who is not going to be a supporting character that just gets killed off. And all we got was some black guy running around. Ray! I got to tell you something, Ray. I can't tell you for 2 movies, though. And then the other point, the better point that he brings up, why you got that writer's block? Why is it that it's so hard for you to write these characters when they're people of color? It's not like, and here's the crazy thing, Finn's race had nothing to do with his character. Finn could have been anybody. Finn could have been played by an Asian person, a Latino person, a white person. Finn could have been anyone. But you just so happen to have an issue with writing his character? That, like, it just didn't click for y'all? Maybe y'all need to have different people in the writer's room then. Maybe you need to actually have more diverse folks behind the camera in the creative positions then. People that are able to see, hey, why y'all got the black character in the background, but yet y'all trying to make us think that he a lead character? Where the writers at? Hey, yo, somebody rewrite this script. Maybe that's how that should go. Did y'all know that Star Wars has never had I want to say, what was it? 96% of the writers and directors of Star Wars movies have all been white men. There was only like one white woman, I believe. I think it was Empire Strikes Back. There's only been like one white woman, but it's all been white men that have done Star Wars. And you wonder why there's a diversity issue in the movies. The TV shows are getting a little better. The TV shows are doing better. I'll give them credit there. But in the movies, they have a problem with diversity still. But yes, I am glad that he mentioned that, because that is definitely facts on that. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish this off. What else he had to say, and hear what he had to say.
Oh, we're not in this. You can feel it. But what the conversation does is it for me is so positive, because it gives other actors the ability to be able to say, okay, look, I'm not comfortable with this, or this is what's happened to this is kind of support I need. And that for me is what I wanted out of everything. I wanted to be able to walk into a room, a black actor, whenever they feel some type of way, they can go to the studio head and say, this is how I feel, this is the support I need, and they can get that. It won't be a weird conversation. And me knowing that, I'm like, cool.
Will you play the character again?
At this point, I'm cool off it. I'm good off it. I think, to be fair, the allies that I found within Joel Taylor and Jamie Foxx, Tiana Paris, Viola Davis, all these people I've been working with, versatility is my path. And I think Finn is at a good, confirmation point where you can just, enjoy him in other things, the games, the animation. But
right.
I feel like, 7 to 9 was good for me. Yeah, that was good for me.
Go play James Bond, and then in 10 years, Disney will bring a truck of money over and try and talk you into it again.
Hey, man, go back when you're 79. Chewie were home, something. Harrison Ford that a little bit.
Right? Yeah, he's not sad about it.
All right. So, I don't know if I agree with him on that part, though. Like, I don't know if Finn is actually in a good place. I would not mind if they came back and gave Finn some justice. I would not mind that at all. But I totally respect where he's coming from in terms of saying, like, yo, man, I done met Jamie Foxx, Viola Davis. I've been working. I mean, we see my man just got done. What was that other movie he was doing? Breaking, I believe. I haven't even watched it yet. Then he got The Woman King also coming out. Like, my man Boyega is out there doing stuff. He's making moves, and he just said last week that he prefers to do more independent films rather than getting stereotyped and stuff in certain things. So I totally respect that, and I love what he's doing with his career. I love how vocal he is with his opinion as well. But yeah, one way or another, they got to do some justice for Finn's character, one way or another. We need that. But anyway, what did y'all think about John Boyega's interview? What did you think about him saying that he's not gonna come back? At least he doesn't feel like coming back to Star Wars at all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Hold on. I think I got some comments. Let me scroll up and see. Wait, okay, that's one. Got that. Okay. All right, give me a second here. There we go. Ms. McKeeba, what you got? Donald Glover's brother is writer on House Party remake. Jacob Lattimore, Emmett from The Shy to Me Now. Tosin Cole was good on 61st Street, though. So, I mean, like, hey, if it do it for you, please let me know. Not one thing you said in there got me excited for House Party. Not one thing. You almost got me when you said Donald Glover. I'm like, oh, it's Donald Glover. Oh no, his brother. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. I'm just there's nothing in there for me. I'm not getting the best of vibes. I'm just not. So Ms. McKeever back at it. This is why he's John Boyega. All right now. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Who else? I thought I saw another one. No, that was it. Okay, all right. Well, let's wrap this up. Where we at? Ooh, 2 hours. When was the last time I had a 2-hour live? Ooh, wee. Ooh. Come on, come through. Let's see. Y'all. All right. Now we know we talked about this extensively about y'all they. Ezra Miller, we're not even gonna go through the long list of issues with Ezra Miller. We just not. I think I might need to make a playlist of Ezra Miller stuff just so you can have all of it, like Ezra Miller's shenanigans from A to B, just all of it. But anyway, recently, last week we found out, actually the week before that, we found out that WB was considering 3 options, right? One of the options was to have Ezra Miller apologize, do limited press, get softball questions from the press, and go forward with the movie. Second option was to act like Ezra Miller didn't exist, don't do any press, and drop the movie anyway. The third was scrap the whole Flash movie. Just scrap it all. And I gave y'all my fourth option, which was they should have just reshot a bonus post-credits scene and just change the actor. That's all. But anyway, once we heard those 3 options from WB, a couple days later, reports came out. Ezra Miller, here comes Ezra Miller now, apologizing for their actions. I'm sorry, apologizing for their alarming behavior. Now, we still don't know what that one apology is supposed to cover. We still don't know where the long line of accusations and arrests and assault. We don't know what. I don't know if that's a one apology catch all or whatever, but they apologized. But now apparently we found out, according to a new report, the real reason why Ezra Miller apologized. And this comes from Ezra Miller meeting with Warner's leadership in the Flash course correct. And let's see what they have to say. Hold on, let's see. I want to get to the one. Okay. Yeah, here it is. According to sources, Miller vowed to seek help after learning that DeLuca and Abney were considering all options for Flash, including scrapping the $250 million movie if things devolved further with Miller. While the actor is said to not have minded the stream of bad headlines, they were spooked by the notion of the film getting canceled and jolted to take action. Says one source, they care about the Flash. It's one of their favorite characters to play. So you mean to tell me that Ezra Miller was cool with all them headlines? All the headlines. You were cool with the headlines? Physically assaulting a woman? I'm sorry, 2 women? Getting restraining orders? Getting arrested? Getting arrested again for burglary? Terrorizing Hawaii? Terrorizing Iceland? Kidnapping people? Like, allegedly? Like, endangering children? Being accused as a cult leader? Spitting on people's faces on set? You were okay with that? But the moment they said that the Flash movie might be canceled, now you want to apologize. That brought you around because they was going to cancel the movie, but you was cool with your name and being arrested and all this. You was cool with all of that? And this is why I severely question the sincerity of Ezra Miller's apology. This is why I have to sit here and be like, is Ezra really sorry for whatever stuff that they're accused of? Are they really sorry for their actions? Because it sounds as though if y'all didn't threaten them with potentially scrapping the whole movie, Ezra was just going to continue Ezraing all day. Ezra was gonna Ezra. Cult leader, out there assaulting people, terrorizing the world, being a whole menace. But the cancellation of the movie is what brought them back. That is what got them into rehab. That is what got them into therapy. This is why I said I need to see the work. This is why I said I don't care what your rep said on your behalf. I want to see your face. I want to see your actions right after that to show me that you're actually taking these things seriously. I'm sorry, somebody called me a groomer of minors. If somebody accused me of assaulting people, I'm trying to clear my name because I didn't do none of that. Unless you guilty and you just don't care, I don't understand how anybody could be amused by these things. I don't see how anybody could be okay with their name being dragged in the mud like that. Not to mention, you're an actor. This is your job. You think you about to get hired while people got like those allegations in court cases against you? People have whole restraining orders against you because they're afraid of what you're going to do to their children. They have restraining orders in place because they don't want Ezra Miller around their kids. But hey, if the Flash movie's canceled, Ezra Miller to the rescue. Hold on, let's run it. Ezra Miller. However Ezra be running in the speed for whatever. That'll get him moving. That will get Miller moving. Y'all can miss me with all that. Y'all can miss me with all of that. I'm sorry. So hey, we got our real reason why Ezra Miller decided to finally apologize and supposedly go get help. I wish Ezra Miller the best. I hope there really is help that is found. I hope there is a brand new leaf turned. I also hope that there's accountability. I also hope that Ezra Miller faces the consequences for all of their actions. Because I'm sorry, and I'm sorry ain't gonna cut it. With all of that, all of that stuff that you've been accused of, all the stuff you've been caught doing, all of that. Yeah, okay. Anywho, what do y'all think about Ezra Miller's decision to come back to try and save the Flash and seek help and give their apology for trying to save the movie? Y'all let me know how you think about all that in the comments down below. All right, let's grab these last couple of comments. Rims, can we close out? Yeah, I said we could. Yeah, we got that. We on that. Thank you for that. Famous J, I like Boyega, but the character of Finn, episodes 7 through 9 and 8, season 8 of Game of Thrones, is in the same bucket. Fake media, recast T'Challa. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame Finn, the character, for the bad writing and directing and overall production. Like that, there were so many other problems that were outside of the characters. I can't put it on Finn's character specifically. That's so many other issues. They had no plan. I blame J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy. Y'all had billions of dollars that y'all could have made, and y'all left some of that money on the table. Just being reckless with Star Wars. Latrice, being accused of being a child groomer, cult leader, fine equals fine, but not if it affects his bag and playing the Flash. Throw Ezra Miller away, right? Like I don't understand how you could reconcile any of that stuff. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just built different. I care about my name. I care about my reputation. I care about my legacy. This is why I try. I'm not perfect. But this is why I try to live my life as good as I can. Right? Like if I've done somebody wrong, like I'm gonna try to make up for it and do what I can, because I just, I want to be remembered positively. I want to leave a positive impact for my kids. I want to leave a positive impact on this world. So like, yeah, I don't see how all these accusations, I don't get it. But again, this is why I need to see the work. I need to see the actions. I need to see a true change of heart, because all this other stuff Ezra's been up to is reckless at best. But anywho, y'all, I think we did it. We did it. This has not been a 3-hour live. We got through all the topics. We did it. We did it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And of course, the one night I don't go for 3 hours, my wife ain't here. She had to go to the concert. I forget who she going to listen to. She went out with one of her girls or whatever. So now I'm about to just lay myself in the bed and just relax, because I just got done doing all my day job stuff, prepping for this live, and now I'm done. Woo! All right, replay gang, you're welcome. There you go. Who said, somebody in here said we was about to have 3 hours? No, we're not having no 3 hours today. I'm gonna try and keep it at 2 hours every time. I'm gonna try. Woo! Anywho, let's see, what else do we have? So at just some quick reminders, don't forget that to watch House of Dragons Sunday night, and get ready Monday night, probably around the same time, 7:00, 8 Eastern. We're gonna do some reactions to what we saw. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna have to rewatch the episode at least twice, because just in true Game of Thrones fashion, I watched that first episode. I was like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who's you a Targaryen, but I don't know who. You Damon. I don't know. Okay, whatever. What's up with the Jamaican Targaryen? Okay, whatever. That's all I know. I don't know nobody's names yet. It took me 2-3 seasons of Game of Thrones just to get everybody else that wasn't named a Stark and Jon Snow. So it's gonna take me a minute, but I'm gonna definitely do my best to try and get through it. But I will also recommend y'all be careful, because I'm not gonna name no names, but there are some YouTube channels out there that are just spoiling everything. Like, if you go in there, these are people that have read the books already, and they out here just literally telling you everything that's happening in House of Dragon. I personally don't like that, because it's kind of taking the fun out of things. So just be careful with all that. But anywho, like I said, Monday night we're gonna meet back here. We're gonna talk about it. So I hope y'all get a chance to watch it, so we can have that ready. Let's grab these last comments before we head on out. Marcy X back at it. I remember when The Last Jedi trainer dropped, and the trailer, and the spot when Finn had the lightsaber and thought he was the new Jedi. Everyone lost their minds, including me. I was like, what? Like, everybody don't just pick up lightsabers unless you touch with the Force. So yes, they sent us clean off because I was like, yep, here we go. Mace Windu done had a kid, and now we about to have a blue lightsaber. Yes, here we go. But yes, you were not the only one. I was totally sent off as well. What else do we have? Treble Clef, thank you so much for that super sticker. I really, really appreciate it. And all right, so as we sign off here, y'all, I want to wish y'all a happy weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. What else? Make sure you wash your hands, wash your butts. But as we sign out, we are going to go out with a bang with a little tune that I like, and I think y'all like it too. But anyway, y'all have a good time. I will see y'all Monday night. Peace.
Say T'Challa, we need a recast. Chat would agree, and I truly believe that. Stories untold, I pray that we get to unfold. Don't kill him, we don't need to see that. A black man is king, I think that is crucial. If not for the grown-ups, the kids should move you. Representation, let it multiply. Stop telling the stories, how legacies die. We can explore the world of Wakanda by addition and not replacement. 1.3 billion, how was that? And I'm making a statement. Being pigeonholed to a role like there could be only one is deflating. Man, it's a mindset that ain't died yet, cause the lack of seeing our faces. Shuri can be the queen of the nation. Women should feast, we want elevation. Now wouldn't it be dope if they rose up together without doing something as cold as erasing them? We got respect for Ryan and Nate. They doing their best, they stuck in the middle, but I hope they think about what is at stake. Don't rush it, but please let the saga continue. Doubling down on Black Death is a trope we no longer want to handle. Wakanda forever, T'Challa forever. It's never been about the mantle. What is we saying? This ain't about Phantom and getting my way. It's all for the love, it's not for the hate. No matter what people are trying to say, we cast T'Challa. We cast T'Challa.